All right. So let's talk some more about creating items. But this time, we want to copy items, right?
You need to share your screen.
Dramatic effect. I'm trying to make this a professional production.
Well, we failed.
God, yeah. No, this is definitely not a professional production.
All right.
This is the opposite of that. Okay. So you tell me what to do, because I know you have a thing about me clicking all over the screen.
Well, let's pull up. So copying an item is very useful if, again, this is if you're manually setting up items, though. Actually, I think it's the only way to copy items, right? The benefit is if I'm buying 10 different widgets from the same supplier, all the locations are still set up. They have all the same unit of measures, but there's slight variances, right? Maybe it's a different color. Maybe it's a different size. There's going to be differences. But I don't want to have to set up all that stuff we just went through. You can copy the item and then update key pieces of data to make sure you're not just regurgitating the same data. Because it only forces you to change 2 bits of data. And that's what I want to kind of show you, that you still need to go do some cleanup. Excuse me. So to copy an item, you right click, copy to new item. You obviously have to have the item pulled up. So this is where we're going to enter our new item ID and our new description. And this is the short description, or what they just call the description.
All right, so this is going to be staying with our Palmolive.
Now, the warning on here is telling you that once you hit create item, it's committing it.
Yeah.
It's creating it to the database. So there are a lot of things in P20, like sales orders. You could be in it, entering stuff, and if you hit clear, it never actually hits the database. This is creating a database record. So if you do something by mistake, you're gonna have to soft delete it.
Start over. Yep. Okay.
When it comes to the item ID, everything else is editable. So like if you made a mistake in the description, you could obviously change that. But the item ID you can't change. Now, the reason I had you do the short code and the extended description is because those carry over exact. So if you are using the extended description that has details pertaining to, thread, finish material, all these different things that don't pertain to this antibacterial one, you need to update those as well.
But that can also be part of your description strategy, right? Like if you set, can you adopt a part description strategy where the repeatable information is in the extended description? Again, you just a little things that if you can plan that out far enough in advance, you can reduce friction forever, essentially.
Right.
Go ahead.
But can you go to the unit info? This is the one, and again, I know we've harped about unit, but make sure if you're copying an item, they share like unit of measures, because if not, you're just going to have more to clean up to do.
For real.
But I think it carry over everything. So supplier detail, does it carry over the pricing and everything?
Not everything. And I messed up. I should have put list and cost in because I want to say that those 2 things don't carry over.
Okay.
I think. I don't. You know what? That is actually really important, and we're going to test that in just a minute. What else?
I mean, that's the whole function of copying. It's just, and I don't want to go through every single tab to figure out which ones you need to make sure you update, but you'll know what you need to update.
All right, so we're going to do this. We're going to copy this to a new item, and it's going to be 16 this time.
But that's kind of that. What you just did there is the perfect way to use this, where you're slightly changing some stuff.
Yep.
But the problem is there's nothing that's going to hold your hand to tell you what you should change and update.
It keeps it. Ugh.
And that's what I was worried about. It pretty much keeps everything except for item ID and item description.
I was thinking something in here got wiped out. Maybe it's the supplier part number. I don't remember what it is though. Kind of bugs me.
So use it sparingly.
But it's effective. I mean, it
is.
It really is.